Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. This time is the Marvel Legends series Cosmic Ghost Rider, aka your boy Frank Castle as Ghost Rider and imbued with cosmic power. So yeah. Anyway, let's get started on this. I'm super excited. It's a great figure. And yeah, I think you get the bang for your buck here. But anyway, let's jump into it. First things first, we're gonna go over the look and articulation of this bad boy. Let's bring my lights down. Let's get a nice good look at Cosmic Ghost Rider real fast. I'm gonna turn this guy around so we can get a full-blown look at him. On the back side, you definitely get a look of the Ghost Ridery, because I didn't notice it before, even design-wise, but this is actually a jacket, a really short jacket, but it's imbued with like the Cosmic and the Ghost Rider symbol here, as well as the Punisher. But it's crazy because you didn't notice before that this was a jacket, so that's actually pretty cool. Didn't notice that before, but I'm noticing it now, design-wise. Not like you get to look at the back of him a lot in the comics, so yeah. Then we have these spiked shoulders, we have the crazy cosmic head, so yeah. Let's jump into the cool stuff, which is actually going over how he functions and accessories and all that other good jazz. Oop, might be coming down with a cold. Hopefully not. Here we have those spiked shoulders, which are nice, but they actually come up much like Nova on the Nova Core one. You get this look, and it's pretty cool. Then overall, you get some spots here. You get red and blue that show the power cosmic of him. The Punisher symbol mixed in with the Ghost Rider symbol. It's actually all pretty nice, but. One thing that I thought, and I figured you guys want to know anyway, is that can you take this off? The answer is yes. And it looks pretty good with and without it. So for those of you that like to customize, you're going to make your Frank Castle head. You totally can do that here, because what happens is the head is actually movable. You can actually rotate it left and right. You can go up and you can go a little down. But this little fire that's underneath, I'm not sure if it actually can be removed. So let's test that out. Let's slowly and gently move it off because I don't want to break anything. And it looks like it's on a very long neck peg that you can indeed remove. There we go. So now that I've gotten that off, we actually can pull this up. And you can see there's a super long, duper long neck peg. And that's because you have to find a place to place the skull under. So let's say you don't want the fire and you just want this. You can actually get it done. And you see he looks really weird, but it actually works pretty well. So, pretty cool. I like where this is going. They actually thought this one out, at least in my opinion. It's really nice to see this kind of do its thing. Whoop, just sit that right back in there. So you actually get a greater movement without the fire, and with the fire there, you can go left, right, up, and a little down. Now, as far as the rest of the body, we actually can rotate our arms all the way out. Like I said, these shoulder pads are like the Nova Marvel Legend. You have your bicep swivel, all pretty good stuff. It is double jointed. You get your standard wrist pegs action that you get from all your Marvel Legends. Here, torso-wise, you actually get that good Lightning Collection new torso. So as you can see here, you look at this. I mean, I like where this is going with this new combination of old and new. It's definitely some nice stuff. So if you wanted to get that nice, good Ghost Ridery walk and get a good stance, this should not be an issue. Voila. And my joint locked up on my right arm. So I'm not going to try to move that right now. I'm going to try to heat that up later. So we'll get into that. This is a review copy, so it's going to be like that. You actually get your really good thigh swivel. Most of you will recognize these legs from Taskmaster, and it's just reused. But they gave it a nice bit of rotation here. You can't go all the way down, but yeah. Then you have your ankle pivot, which will go up, down, and you get your standard Marvel Legends stuff. All stuff you guys already know. So as you can see here, sitting on the motorcycle should not be an issue for him, as he can do it just fine. I really like this clear visor as well. This was done really, really well. This Ghost Rider was well thought out, and I really like the direction that they're going in. If they continue to use old and new parts like this just to give us something nice and new, I think we'll have something really nice going on. Before we get to the bike, though, I do want to jump into accessories. One thing that's going to bug a few people is this thigh gap. Personally, it's pretty accurate. I looked at a few comics, and when it was done during the Donny Cates run, on the Thanos run, it actually was a pretty wide leg gap. So they tried to keep it accurate towards that original viewing of him. Since then, they've redrawn him a bunch of different ways, but this original thigh gap is actually pretty accurate. So it may bug some of you, but it's accurate to his first appearance during the Thanos comic book. So just keep that in mind. Now, we're going to have you guys stand up. Well, you stand up. And we're going to talk about some of the accessories it comes with before we jump into the bike. And you get his cosmic handguns. And in the original one, they were two different shapes. So as you can see here, a seat, this one, and this one. They both work really well. They fit in his hands just fine. And you can mix and match. They're not designated for a particular hand, so you can have them in either hand how you want. And then you can dual weld. You can have your Ghost Rider dual welding with no problem whatsoever. What's also really cool about this, though, that they also gave it nice little effect parts. So they had things like this, and I'm like, wow, you guys actually really, really thought this out. Like, if we got more stuff like this, I'd definitely buy a whole lot more Marvel Legends. But, you know, occasionally you got to just get what you can get. So let's actually fix his head a little so he faces forward. And as you can see here, it's no problem, you know, doing any sort of poses. This looks really phenomenal. One more thing you get accessory-wise, that I think that's really cool as well, is they give you a Ghost Rider staple, which is, you know, Hellfire Chain. Fits in his hand just fine. But if you put the gun in too much, what's going to happen is it's not going to fit as much in the left hand as it will the right hand. Let's turn that around. Voila. And then see, as you can see here, if you took the helmet off, you'd be able to pose that head up to get some real good Hellfire stuff going on. So not only is he posable, he comes with good variety of stuff, and it's really nice. Now, we're going to jump into this really cool bike. I know this is what everybody's kind of... Well, I know Dallas. He's going to want to know about the bike. Now, we know that in the comic books, they draw this a little bit more extended. But when seen in the Donny Cates run, it's exaggerated sometimes, but also it's drawn normally. Like if it's drawn by Ed McGuinness, it's drawn normally. So there's different variations to this. But either way, I think this bike absolutely looks fantastic as a Ghost Rider vehicle. And as you can see on this side, you'll get all the side with the screws. And this will be the cleaner side. So you want to probably do it on this side. But for those of you that are going to like sand it up and keep it this way and make it match and paint it up, you'll actually be doing just fine. So handlebars. Right on. Do. And the more I play with this, the more I'm like, wow, this is probably one of the best Legends ever released, because you actually are going to get a lot of variety and bang for your buck. Now, I have a problem with mine, like I said, because of that right arm locking up, and I don't want to break it. So you'll have to bear with me as he gets terribly posed, because I don't want that arm to lock up. So bear with me, guys, and use a little bit of imagination here. But as you can see here, it should not be an issue posing your Ghost Rider up. As you can see, there's also a space here to store his weapons. So one side is definitely going to be for a particular weapon, and it's going to be stored a certain way. I got to just double check and see which one is which. There we go. That's locked in. So each side has a particular storage for it, for each one. As you can see, they store out just fine. So the left one is for this one, and the right one is for this one. Overall, super duper excited for this because it came out so well. This is absolutely probably my favorite Marvel Legend right now. It's a really nice piece. It's one of those things where you actually, not only do you, I feel like you get the bang for your buck, it's actually well done with new parts and old parts, and there's a lot of effort put into this. It's a really dope piece. If you're reading any of the comic book or the Cosmic Marvel stuff, it's kind of a jip that we're not getting other Cosmic Marvel characters, but he's so popular right now, I could totally see why they've rang in and dug in on his popularity. He is a Punisher and a Ghost Rider, so, and he has cosmic power. Like, I really don't see why you wouldn't want to cash in on that. This is definitely a easy cash grab that is well worth the money. Now, let's stand this guy straight up. Let's get his bald head back on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to a bunch of characters that I have around that both fit in the Marvel U and other universes, for those of you that like to cross over and do all sorts of crazy stuff. Oh, and I'm actually going to compare bikes as well, too. We'll do that in a second. Now, we're going to stand you up right here. We're going to compare you to a bunch of stuff. Now, first things first, we're going to compare it to a bunch of Marvel stuff and Marvel Legends stuff. So considering he was first seen with Thanos, I said, why not compare him to Thanos, right? Size-wise, I think it really fits with the younger Thanos. If we ever get an old Thanos, it'll be really dope. Here he is with the Build-A-Figure Super Skrull. who's been all kind of all over the place the last few years and was recently seen in Incoming. Then, in particular, again, like I said, if you've been reading the Thanos run, you'll definitely want to reference the Silver Surfer stuff. So here he is with Silver Surfer, looking pretty cool. So now let's take these guys out, compare it to the next batch of stuff. Here he is with Beta Ray Bill, who he's recently seen both in Guardians and a few other things. Like I said, we've been really getting gypped on the Cosmic Marvel stuff. So I'm really hoping we get more updated characters to fit this theme of Cosmic Ghost Rider. We don't have Phil Lavelle, any of the new Guardians. We don't have the Death Gamora. Like, there's a bunch of different stuff, but yeah. Here's Nova, the Marvel Legends. So you can see what he looks like compared to him. And as you can see size-wise, he actually ranges in that nice little variety range. Now we're going to compare him to a bunch of other different lines. We can see, oh, actually, that's not true. I have a little bit more Marvel Legends. So here he is with a regular Ghost Rider and a Captain America. Because again, if you're reading the Jason Aaron Avengers, you know he's recently appeared in that as well. Just so you can kind of get a glimpse. And what's kind of crazy is we still have an updated Danny, which I would very much like, an updated Danny. So if you can do that, you'll definitely get my money. Here he is with a Mythic Legions Barbarian, my Build the Barbarian. Here he is with a Mafek Spider-Man because, you know, Spider-Man. Here he is with a Mezco size Gomez. Just happens to have my head on it. Now, next batch of characters. Here he is with an SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider Kuga. Here he is with a NECA Predator. I love Scarface. I just got that in recently. So nice. Here he is with a 1000 toy Synthetic Human, which I have cannibalized into a Kit Bash. And an Articulated Icons Ninja. Voila. Next up, I am going to compare it to the Punishers that I have. So here is my custom Punisher made by Weapon X03 over on IG. I appreciate you because this actually fits in really well with Cosmic Ghost Rider. And then we have a Mezco Punisher. So either way, you can mix and match. You can have a good look about what you want. But overall, I think we really have something nice going here with Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now, next up, I'm going to move him over to the side. I'm just going to show him a quick glimpse with the other bikes that I have. Again, I would very much like an updated Danny. Here he is with the Legend Series other bike. And here he is with something that I got a while back from Solid, Anthony Caldron, over on Facebook. And another Ghost Rider ride. And as you see, the Cosmic one kind of overtakes the others. But I think this is definitely a nice glimpse. And if you ever want to do a race of the Ghost Riders, if you happen to have some of these bikes, you'll have a good time. Overall, I'm really enjoying the piece. I hope you guys will enjoy the photos that come with this at the end later. And I hope that you've enjoyed and found it informative. But as always, guys, be good, do good, drink your water. Later.